Over the years, 4chan has become infamous thanks to a handful of events that involve internet vigilantism.
Do we even know who is this 4chan?
Today we're going to be talking about one of those events. It's actually kind of a deep cut. It's the tale of a time when 4chan users banded together to launch a trolling campaign on a mother who opted to punish her children in a public way on the internet. So what exactly did the kids do? Why were they being punished? Well, apparently eBay user Danny21, the mother in this situation, had discovered that her bathtub was completely destroyed by her two boys, who were playing with Beyblades in the tub using it as a battle arena. So as punishment, Danny21 snatched up these Beyblade toys from her kids and put them up for auction on eBay. This not only was a punishment, but she had planned to get some money from this auction to go towards fixing the bathtub itself. But what she got instead was the users of 4chan's B board swarming this auction and completely fucking everything up. This is the story of how 4chan messed up this mom's Beyblade eBay auction. This video is sponsored by Extra Wallets. My link extra.com/wavywebsurf gets you up to 20% off their entire store. Link in the description and more about them later. Our story begins in February of 2011 with this listing posted to eBay. The listing is titled "Selling Beyblades to Replace Destroyed Bathtub" and attaches an image of two kids, one of them noticeably upset and the other giving what is more or less a blank stare into space. And the kid on the right is holding a plastic Ziploc bag full of Beyblade toys.
Beyblade, let it rip.
It was a rather eye-catching listing, and the post only got better as you went down and read the listing description. We are selling 8 Beyblades. 2 of them light up. As you can tell, they are not happy about this. They have been using their bathtub as a battle arena, and Beyblades plus bathtub equals destruction. With the metal ones, they managed to scrape the enamel off the tub, take a chunk of the tub out, and break off the soap holder. So if you win this auction, don't play with in the bathtub. We have received a quote of $500 to replace the tub, some tiles, and soap holder, plus labor, of course. They had approximately $125.67 in their piggy banks. That will also be going towards the cost. We will use the profit from this auction towards the balance, and then it is on to other toys. Good luck bidding, PayPal only. I'm sure Danny posted this listing expecting to have several eBay users stumble upon it thinking it's cute and maybe, put in a legitimate bid to buy up these Beyblades, but no, that's not what happened at all. And that being said, on February 5th, the auction would get its first viral boost when an image of the entire listing with Danny's description was posted to the rpic subreddit with the caption reading "The Saddest eBay Auction." Most of the reactions from the Redditors in the thread seemed to be laughing at the post, finding the idea of some disgruntled mom punishing her kids publicly online like this to be funny. But not everyone thought it was funny. There were some that thought publicly humiliating or shaming your kids in this way on the internet was pretty jacked up. Quote, "These parents are pretty fucked up. When you have kids, you have to assume collateral damage. You can't expect your kids to pay for stuff they messed up while being kids." And Reddit wasn't the only community whose interest was piqued by this post. 4chan's B would enter the battle. So what did B do here? Let me set the stage. eBay's biggest draw as a website obviously is the auction feature, where if you want to buy something, you can place a bid and oftentimes get a better deal on it by placing a bid than if you just went and bought it outright at full price. And naturally, if an item is highly sought after or there's a lot of attention placed on one item, you're going to have guys bidding up the price hoping they can win it before the auction timer runs out. Normally, this would be a good thing for a seller like Danny21, because in theory that would mean she would get more money for her listing of Beyblades to go towards paying for this tub. The only problem is that if you really wanted to, you can submit fraudulent bids fucking up the entire system. And while eBay will likely suspend your account if you're caught sending in fraudulent bids, for throwaway accounts or for people who don't really care about their eBay account, the system can easily be abused by bad actors and you can have fake bids bringing the price of items up, pretty much ensuring that you won't get an actual buyer because the price is sky high artificially. And that's pretty much what would happen in this situation. The same day that the Reddit post was made, a post was created on 4chan's B with an image of the kids and a link to the eBay listing. Users quickly became engaged in the replies, joking about the situation and theory crafting ways that they could mess with Danny21 for posting this and putting her kids on blast. They decided that the best way to do it would be to artificially increase the price of the listing using the method I discussed earlier, which in turn would likely prompt eBay to terminate the auction outright, screwing things up for Danny. So they got to work sending in fraudulent bids to Danny21's Beyblade auction, causing the price to skyrocket.
We like the stock! We like the stock!
It began at $69, but after several hours passed, it got insane.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Within a few more hours, it goes to $10,000, eventually reaching ludicrous levels like $500,000. And by the end of the day, you get to just under $1 million for this bag of Beyblade toys. Alongside this price gouging, you started having 4chan users taunt Danny21 through eBay messages with stuff like this. I work for a construction company specializing in refurbishing buildings for use as office space. My 2 children love Beyblades. I ran across this auction and was actually quite horrified. I mean, I'd never considered that we could use these things for stripping buildings. Amazing when you consider my kids have been playing with them for a couple of years. Based on your own experiences, how many metal Beyblades do you think we would need to let rip to strip a 1,200 square foot warehouse? And how quickly would they accomplish the task? Yours in Christ. And realizing she was getting screwed with, Danny21 responds with this.
Do you plan to pay over $9,000 for the Beyblades? Or is this a joke to you? Because this has been a problem all day, and I'm going to report to eBay. Thanks.
And this was B just getting started. Next, they got to work creating various Photoshop edits of the kids. 4chan was certainly having a good time with the event. Unfortunately though, it wasn't all harmless fun here. As to be expected from some of the more unruly members of B, Danny21 was doxxed, which resulted in personal information being spread across the board. Not the best look. The situation went from pretty harmless to nasty after this dox. Some users felt like she deserved it for putting her kids on blast. This was some 4chan justice, but I think you and I both know that doxing somebody for this is taking it too far. Hell, doxing here could actually put more than just Danny21 in danger, it could endanger the whole family in the process. After much chicanery from 4chan and all of the fake bidding and incessant messaging, the infamous eBay listing was removed from the site. And it was assumed that their intervention prompted eBay to remove Danny21's listing. It looked like Danny21 would be paying for these bathtub repairs out of pocket. Closure on this situation came sometime later after Danny21 got in contact with the editors of KnowYourMeme.com, and in their correspondence she revealed the details of what caused the listing's removal. I wanted to let you know that eBay took the listing down because of all the fake bids. We do have the option to relist. I did not violate any eBay codes, but we are undecided if we will. We received several hundred emails in the hours that we had the listing up. Most of the emails were not very nice and not sure if we are willing to deal with that again. Evidently, she was pretty sick of the entire process and didn't want to try her hand with the internet again on this Beyblade listing, as she would run the risk of getting the ire of 4chan again. And that brings us to the end of this story. I think if anything is to be learned from this case is that you should never involve the internet in your parenting. You never know who online you're gonna piss off, and there are some on the internet with ample amounts of time on their hands and would love nothing more than to fuck with you if they felt like you deserved it. Fortunately, the worst thing that happened here was a dox, and that's already pretty bad. Considering she had the focus of B on her, it could have ended up much worse. But that, my friends, was the story of the Beyblade auction ruined by 4chan. And before you guys go, I want to thank Extra Wallets for sponsoring today's video. Extra Wallets are not only stylish, they're extremely functional, boasting plenty of card space, and this Parliament wallet has a unique switch function that gives you quick access to all of your cards at once. It's RFID protected and trackable thanks to a solar-powered tracking card sold by Extra. Simply sync the card to your phone using Bluetooth and put it in your wallet. If you ever lose or misplace your wallet, you can track its exact location via an app using GPS. And you can do stuff like this. Hey Siri, where's my wallet? Right now, you guys can get up to 20% off Extra products site-wide with my link extra.com/wavywebsurf. The link is in the description. Big shout out to Extra for sponsoring the channel. I want to give a major shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys. Wavy Web Surf out. Peace.